Hi, I'm so excited for you because what you might be experiencing or what you might experience uh, may teach you some valuable tools into obtaining and keeping some really great healthy boundaries. And I'm not really quite sure how this will affect you, but I know personally it has changed my life. So now I'm very pleased to introduce to you, and I'm honored as well, to introduce to you the Boundary and Giraffe Talk Self-Love Workshop by Ms. Dawn Fitch.
Okay, so when your child, what's his name, her name?
Adam.
Well, okay, when Adam is close by you, sometimes you have these walls, but sometimes you just give him love energy, and he gives you love energy. Okay, there's a process that I want to talk about called androgyne. Androgyne is about taking externally oriented love that I'm having, like if I'm addicted in a love addicted relationship, and redirecting that love like a muscle back to my precious child within. It's called androgyne. Anybody ever heard of it? Tell me how.
Yeah, I took a love addicts and a survivors class over at Hugh Melody's Meadows, and I had never done any inner child work before, and they actually had to go back to my inner child, put a visualize it, put it underneath my chair, and then work with the child, putting the child back into my heart, so that when anything would happen, that I have a real big abandonment issue, that I was taking care of that child as an adult.
Okay. So now what I'm hearing you say is that you are really honoring your precious child. And you've heard of androgyne before?
I think that's what it was called. Yeah.
So the process is taking externally orientated love and redirecting that love with healthy boundaries back to my precious child within. Okay, and we'll talk about that later.
How can you have unhealthy boundaries with your protecting yourself from yourself?
I'm going to address that right now. If I had healthy boundaries, they would look like this. It would be kind of like I had a big jelly jar, a Smucker's jelly jar. I took the label off, I cleaned it out, and I put it down over my head. My jelly jar is real thick. The glass part of it is very, and the glass is bulletproof. I can see out, you can see in, but I'm very protected. That's my external boundary. My external boundary is about the distance that I'm going to be from you, and it protects me from you, and it also contains me from offending you. My external boundary is about physical touch. There's two types of touch: nurturing touch, like in holding a child, and sexual touch. Both of this type of need that we all have as humans is up to me to get met. It's not for me to be in this world to brush Jerry's hair in the morning or for her to brush my teeth. We're all here to take care of our own needs. There's a process that is called childhood, when we learn how to self-parent or to grow into maturity so we can parent ourselves in a healthy way. I missed that process. Okay, so this is the external boundary, and it's about distance and closeness. I also have another boundary. It's my internal boundary. My internal boundary is about part of my reality, my thinking, my feeling, and my actions or lack of actions. My reality is made up of my body, my thinking, my feeling, and my behaviors. My internal boundary kind of works like a dentist's flap jacket, except it has little doors in it, and only I can open the doors. And I open them in when I want to feel, or I keep them shut when it's not appropriate for me to feel. Like if I walk into the Ramona homeless shelter, and somebody's throwing a mattress, and I know that the mattress has nothing to do with me, then I can keep my boundaries, my feeling boundaries shut and say, isn't that, I can know what's happening, isn't that interesting? There's crazy making going on in here and I have nothing to do with it, so I really don't have to have any feelings about it. My internal boundary has little doors in it that only I can open them, and I open them in when I want to feel, or I keep them shut when it's not appropriate for me to feel. In between my internal boundary and my external boundary is my higher power. It's like the 12-step program higher power. God as I understand God, not God as you understand God for me. In the 12-step program, our higher power is a very personal spiritual experience that we have, or that we don't have. So what I'm sharing is actually step 1, 2, and 3 of the 12-step AA and CODA program, and also step 10, 11, and step 12. Without boundaries, I can't really work any of these steps. Okay, so in between my internal boundaries and my external boundaries is my higher power, as I understand my higher power. Not the higher power of my childhood. My power cannot be my partner. You know how the kids say not today? Higher power cannot be my partner, my kids, teachers, pretend gurus. You know, all guru really means is G-U-R-U. And once I get off alcohol and drugs, I can go on this long, for me, journey to find myself. But as long as I'm using drugs, I'm not able to be in the present moment, to be available with my own feelings. Higher power can't be police, right, Sandy? Higher power can't be police.